can't read it. What does it say?
It's recording.
Is it?
Yeah, you can see at the bottom counting.
Okay. For fuck. Crap. Oh shit. Nothing's fallen off for a while. Mark off a team Pacemaker here. In this episode we will be riding 1,000 miles to Ayr in Scotland for the Lambretta Euro on this 1965 Li 150 rust bucket that I've literally just got back on the road after it was abandoned for decades after the bar that it belonged to closed down. Now, uncharacteristically, I'm running about 4.5 hours late for some reason. But it's not the end of the world because we've only got to go about 280 miles today in 10 hours to catch a ferry. So it's still well doable. But if it wasn't for the fact that I've only done about a mile on this and done no shakedown on it whatsoever. So oh, and also we've got to jump on the motorway right now and do about 30 miles before we reach the lovely scenic A and B roads. So what could possibly go wrong apart from the zip on my coat? Stop, get some fuel. Literally gone on reserve before I got out of town, and I've managed to pour fucking two-stroke all inside my helmet. Can you believe it? First stop. All inside the front bit of the helmet and the front of the visor, like inside the visor. So I'm going to have to use some tissue from the garage as some sort of two-stroke sanitary towel to mop up what's inside the helmet. Actually, sanitary towel, that's not a bad idea. I don't believe that. There's now oil everywhere, all over my hands, all in my helmet, all over the camera lens, visor. Fuck. Damn it. Right, second stop, Swindon. This thing doesn't have to drink fuel. I seem to be getting a lot of looks with this one. Loads of people staring. I don't really know why. It's not like this is a real custom or particularly outrageous patina scooter. I don't understand why I'm getting so... Oh, no, I'll tell you what it might be. It's probably the JD. It's filled with two-stroke. They probably think I'm putting JD in the fuel tank or something. Probably why, anyway. Or they've never seen a Lambretta before, I don't know. But anyway, she seems to be running sort of okay. There's a tiny little bit of a rattle sound at full revs. Motorway behind us, and we're in the beautiful Cotswolds now on the A&B road. So although it's beautiful and everything, let's hope that nothing goes wrong out here because we're right in the sticks. This is a really bad place to stop. There's a garage back there. Let's try and push it back to that garage and have a look. luckily there's a garage up there because I am thirsty. Brilliant. Just ran over my phone. Fuck's sakes. It's not easy pushing a Lambretta fully loaded whilst holding a phone, you know. And guess what? Yeah. Oh, no spark. Right, got me Coke. Sorry about the hair, it's got 2-stroke oil in it. And yeah, it's a double helmet head. So, no spark. This one's, I can't suss this one out. It's a little bit confusing. So I've tried a spare CDI and that didn't change anything. Tried 2 plugs, 2 spark plug caps, nothing. And when I test this Stator, the readings are actually all right. 492 on the low tension and 94 on the, well, 93.7, that's fine on the pickup, but yet, well, it's got a really weak spark. Where's my spare CDI? So, it has got a little spark. From the HT lead, and a bit is pathetic. And it definitely doesn't spark at the plug if I put a cap and a plug on. So I've tried 2, that's my spare one obviously, and the one I've got on there obviously doesn't work. So the only thing I can think is the Stator. So I think I'm gonna have to change the Stator. Gutted. Again. Okay, out comes the BGM that I've fixed in inverted commas with the orange pickup. To be honest, I don't think there's anything to do with the orange pickup. I don't know what's wrong with it. Anyway, going in is this old Scooters India Limited Stator that I found in the workshop the other day, but the readings are all good on it, so let's hope that that's okay. Discovered that the wire coming out the Stator wasn't long enough, so I've had to extend it with this high quality extension, and note that all the wires are black as well, so that won't complicate matters, but yeah, I mean that should be fine as long as it doesn't start raining. Right, it's started spitting with rain a bit, but I guess you're probably wondering why I've got the head cowling off and the exhaust. And I am so fucked off, I didn't even bother filming it. But basically, I got the Stator on there and I started it, and I instantly noticed straight away that there was a funny popping sound, and as you revved it, it got worse, and clearly, basically, the head is blowing. Now, I've no fucking idea why, because I've just gone on my phone and looked at the filming of building this engine, and 100%, and it's there in black and white, doing up the head bolts really tight. But I don't know. I mean, all I can think is it's got quite a lot. It's got 3 base gaskets on there, which they say to fit in the kit to get the squish right. And I had silicone sealant on there as well. And all I can think is that it's just compressed, and then with the heat, expanded, compressed, and then once the engine's cooled down and it's contracted again, it's there's play and the heads come loose. I just fucking, I don't know. But the head is blowing anyway. The head's definitely blowing. So I've got to take everything off, just tighten it up again, and see where that goes. I really hope that the head's not warped. I doubt it, because it's quite a seriously thick and well-made head, but yeah, this. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm tightening up the head, and then putting everything back together, and then we'll see if it's okay and carry on our journey. So, 9:30 at night. She's going now. Head's not blowing. Obviously, she's sparking. It started raining. My hair's covered in 2-stroke oil. My hands are covered in dirt oil. I missed my ferry. I don't know when the next ferry is, because there's no internet signal here either. So it's all going pretty well at the moment. And I realised as well that in Wales there's no petrol stations in the day, let alone late at night. So before this petrol station closed at blimmin' 7:30, I had to buy a can and fill it up. The only problem is I've no idea where I'm going to put that blooming can. So anyway, yeah, remind me never, ever, ever to do the 3-week revive and ride thing again. Right, let's see how far we can get this time. Right, this is probably the last petrol station in civilization, if you can call it that. But I've got some decisions to make, because obviously I've missed my ferry by about 2 hours. I've got about another 4 hours riding before I get there. So yeah, that ship has sailed. My choices are, I'll have to ride like fuck to get the 4 o'clock in the morning ferry, but this is riding through North Wales on little tiny roads in the pitch black, in the rain, with Lambretta lights. And there's only one thing worse than riding through North Wales in the rain on those tiny little roads in the dark with Lambretta lights, and that's riding through the rain on these little tiny roads in the dark with Lambretta lights with two-stroke oil smeared all over your visor. So yeah, it's not good. So so I ride like fuck, catch 4 o'clock ferry, or there's the next one after that is 9:30, which is probably the wiser choice, but it means I won't get to Ayr till midnight. But I think what I'll probably do is just ride and see just how scary these roads get in the dark. And yeah, if I bottle it, I'll just put my tent up by the side of the road, kip for a few hours, wait till it's light, and then try and get that 9:30. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I can't see shit. What the fuck is that? Ow! Thanks. Morning. And welcome to the worst tent in Wales. And I know what you're thinking. Mark, did you put that up in the dark or something? Well, it's funny you should say that. To be fair to the tent, it wasn't actually windy when I put it up. It was just drizzling. Yeah, and then it became windy, and now it's just collapsed on top of everything. Cramp, ah, fuck, fuck, shit, ow, damn it, oh, fucking hell. Hang on. That's a bit fucking mental. That wasn't what I was expecting when I woke up this morning. Random. What the... Oh, it's fucking freezing. Yeah, that's my tent. It was good until weather.
I kept the exhaust nice and dry with my body anyway.
But that's enough of this idle chitter-chatter. We've got to get a blooming move on because we've got to get 80 miles in about 2 hours, which by my reckoning is 40 miles an hour. But I mean, that sounds easy, but in this terrain and conditions, come on. I think I know what that is. I think we're out of petrol. I hope we're out of petrol. I'm pretty sure we're out of petrol. I'm wearing the shades today, Mark. You taking a fucking piss? Well, lads and lasses, I think that's my Euro over. I was just coming down there. She's running absolutely lovely. At a decent, well, we're going downhill, so I had a little bit of speed. Nothing, wasn't being too mental. Just fast cruising, and yeah, completely out of the blue, just went dunk, and there's nothing. And it sounds like there's no fucking piston in there. It just sounds like the conrod is slapping away inside the barrel. So I don't know, but that's terminal. So, oh, fucking hell. Fuck. Broke down in worse places, but I just looked on the Google Maps, and there's actually, really annoyingly, a fuel station about a mile down the road, which is double annoying because I would have stopped there. It's Friday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I guess if I get relayed up within a reasonable time, and there's options to put another top end on or another engine in, or go on one of the other scooters, the Pacemaker or the Series 2, or even the Super Tune TS1. I can't see them getting me back at a decent hour. It's going to be worth me setting off again. I was just thinking as well about what could have fucking caused that. It's running absolutely sweet last night. I did like loads of miles last night, and then this morning it went pop, but I did just put that fuel in from a fuel can, but having said that, I also filled up at the same service station and used that fuel without any issue. The only other thing I can think of is that Stator that I put on. Obviously I couldn't time it up. And you would think maybe if the timing was out, that's made it, the timing was too advanced, it's made it run hot and blow a hole in the piston, but it wasn't pink. It definitely wasn't pinking. Right, don't listen to the musings of past me. He's an idiot. He lost our yellow Wayfarers that we've had for about 15 years. Not only that, but at this conjuncture, he lost the lead to our microphone as well. So if the sound quality is rubbish from now on, you know exactly who to blame. But I thought I would just come in at this point and just end the wild internet speculation as to what's happened inside the engine and why. So although you'll see me strip it in about half an hour's time and we'll see exactly what's happened, I thought I would stop you worrying about it and explain now. So, yeah, that's not conducive with the compression stroke on a combustion engine. So, yeah. And what I most like about this one is that when the piston shat itself, all those parts have come up again through the transfer ports into the combustion chamber and got compressed, and it's almost as if the piston's tried to self-heal itself. But yeah, and luckily there's nothing wrong with the barrel at all, not any marks on it whatsoever. So we will be using this on the next build very soon, possibly with a few improvements. Now I know what your next question is. Why did this happen, Mark? You did the squish, so you knew the compression ratio was correct. You pressure tested it, so you knew there wasn't any air leaks, and you even had dynoed, so you knew the jetting was correct. So why did this happen? And it all comes down to our old friend, the Stator plate. But this time, this is all on me. I've got to own this. So we can all look back with hindsight. All right? So briefly, when I originally set this up and timed it, you've got the two little marks on the pickup that match in with the two little indents on the flywheel. They're generally in the ballpark, but sometimes they're wildly out. And this was one of those ones that was wildly out, because when I strobed it when the engine was running, they were miles out. So when I fitted the spare stator by the side of the road in the Cotswolds, I put it back to back with this one and just checked visually that the pickup and the bolt holes were in line, so that I knew to put the spare stator in exactly the same place. Basically that was the wrong thing to do, because as you'll see later on in the video, when we looked at the timing properly with proper tools, it was about 25 degrees before top dead centre, and for those of you that know about timing, you'll probably be thinking, fucking hell, mate, because it's supposed to be 17 to 18 degrees before top dead centre. So that is why basically the engine ran really hot, so hot that it actually melted a hole in the top of the piston, because the timing was way too advanced. Yeah, you didn't want to do it like that. You wanted to fully retard that stator till you got to such a place where they had some proper tools and a proper strobe, so that they could get that timing bob on before you started thrashing the nuts off it. Yeah, thanks for that. Anyway, better get back to the adventure. Fucking hell, it's lucky this has got a slight incline to it. Right, after that coffee, I've come up with a cunning plan. Oh yeah, the plan. Okay, so the plan. So basically, I get relayed home, because obviously that top end is terminal. So I get relayed home and possibly put another top end on it, a different engine, or take a different scooter to it. But that all depends on how long it takes me to get relayed home. And being so I'm about 280 miles away from home, that could take, into the next day. And I know this whole thing takes 3 weeks, but really I plan and think about it and focus on it for months before, so everything's been focused on this weekend, and I can't really give up that easy. So the other left field option is I hire a van, put the scooter in the back, I take it up to air, which now, because obviously I can't go through Ireland and Northern Ireland now, I'll have to go back round Northern Wales, up past Liverpool, and then I think it's the M6 all the way up into Scotland. And it's a blooming long way from right at the tip of near Holyhead. Anyway, yeah, so take it to air, fix it, put another top end on it, or I doubt if anyone's going to have a piston. Put another top end on it. Hopefully take it on the ride out on Saturday, but I think that's a bit of pie in the sky, whatever that means, by me, because I'm sure I'll have a few drinks tonight, and yeah, I can't see that. Well, I don't know what time the ride out is actually, I'll have to Google that. Anyway, so I'm now going back to pick up the scooter, and then head up to Scotland, and I probably won't film any of the journey, obviously, because that is going to be extremely boring, watching a van drive up the motorway to Scotland. So yeah, I'll probably just end it here, and then the next scene will be me driving into the gates at the rally. I've just got here, so I haven't seen anyone yet.
No. Have you booked in?
No.
You need to book in.
How do I do that?
See if you park your van up and see where all these people are standing over there.
Yeah.
The white. See the.
Thank you very much. Ta. Yeah. I've moved the camera now. Oh. That doesn't look too bad, actually. Oh, fuck me, sideways. Jesus. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Gonna go for a new piston in.
What's the headlight then? Alright.
Yeah.
Which vaporised?
Is it Gori barrel, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't sell Gori pistons here.
No, no, it's a new kit, so this. That is a fucking great one.
Here we go.
Thank you very much. Ta.
It'll be £25. He says he got it, he was put away from me on the hill. We might have big gear
Sorry.
and also stomach.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm simply might have got an SSR on it, so I just worked out. I did 67 litres.
First kit.
2.5 hours, not bad, mate. That's excellent,
First
isn't it?
kit.
It's good, son. Brand new kit.
Also, as luck would have it, I bumped into Craig Hutchinson at the Do on Friday night, who had his dyno there. And he very kindly offered not only to dyno it once I'd got the new top end on, but also run a strobe over it just to see what the timing was set at. You can see here by the expression on his face how far out it actually was.
Great. Adam would be turning in his grave that he's not in yet. But he would be if he knew you were 23 fully advanced.
You know, I was by the side of the road. What can you do? How's the jetting looking for that? All right. Is it? Can't see that.
1769.
It's what?
1769 and 1552 foot pound of coke.
Oh, really?
Ignition helps a wee bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're sitting there trying to smoke the arse at the piston.
Yeah. 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 Obviously, yeah. Oh, it's over here, isn't it? I can't fucking see that with the camera. Damn it. glad you followed me in here because there's something we need to discuss. This blue light makes me look a bit sinister, doesn't it? As if filming in a toilet isn't sinister enough. But yeah, anyway, so there's something I need to discuss. The plan, what the hell is going to go on today? So basically, I need to get that hire van back to northwest Wales by tomorrow morning. And the others are all riding down to, well, sort of the Reading, Oxford, London area. So they're going straight down. And I've got to split up from them in the sort of Manchester, Liverpool type area and go off to Wales. But Lloydie, off of Lloydie's Lambrettas, has very, very kindly offered to drive some of the way, if not all the way, to an unspecified area where until he gets bored, basically, or I get bored, or both. Anyway, I digress. He's offered to drive so I can ride, and hopefully I'll be able to ride all the way down until we split up, and then because I think it's about 250 miles in it from Ayr to Liverpool-ish, and then I'll have to drive the 100 and I think it's 20 miles to Bangor in Wales, and then tomorrow I'll have to ride from Bangor back home, which is about another 270 miles, so over 500 miles riding in the next 2 days, with 100 miles in a van in between. So yeah, that's the plan.
thought there's not even any point. Like I said, I've got spare pistons, so I started to stupid out change it. I thought, right, we'll sort that.
Yeah, there's no straps on there, it's only slight trouble.
We've got the panniers though. You can maybe...
I'll just leave it.
Right,
What's that? What's that?
their bike's fucked now and they've only got to go to Kendal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Are you happy for that to be in your hire van?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
That's right. So are we going that way then, Kendall?
Yes.
Oh, right. Fucking
We're
sorted.
literally just off the M6, so even if you just like chucked us off at the
Just
junction.
M6, chuck us out there, then I'll get some people pick us up.
Yeah.
What? No. So you actually live in Kendal?
No,
I
we live in Sedbergh.
Kendall's
Oh.
5 mile one side of motorway, and we're 5 mile to the other side of motorway.
Well, we can come home. Surely,
Either
come
way,
on.
like, let's get. If you even get us
You know,
there, I don't want to put you out your way or anything
Yeah.
like that. Even if you get us there, just chuck us out outside of motorway, and I'll get my mate. One of the lads
Oh, really?
to pick us up or something. I've just been trying to ring one of my mates who lives there, but it's about. What would be about 85 mile away, so probably been a bit cheeky. I said,
The only problem might be straps. We
I
haven't got
know.
many straps.
Take one of them off the Lloyd's. Yeah, and just put this next to it and strap it up against the bike.
Yeah.
There's enough
I just need it
luggage
on
in
the
there.
side,
So.
yeah.
When do we leave you, by the way, or when do you leave us?
Well, I was just going to follow you until I might try and get to North Wales tonight, but
Yeah, that's what I thought.
wherever you, because Stu and Lloydie are going to stop, aren't they? And,
Yeah, they're stopping off. See, the only reason we've got that is because Nobby broke down on the way here.
Yeah.
So he hired a van to get himself there. Now he's got to take that van back to North Wales.
Ah, right, okay.
It's a whole drama.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're stopping at Stratford or something. But where did you turn off to go to?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I was just following the sat nav. I wasn't even paying attention.
Right.
But I didn't come this way anyway, so I don't know. All I was going to do is just follow you lot until you stop today,
Yeah.
and then I was just going to carry on.
Yeah, but we need our gear at the back of the van.
Yeah,
we've
no, of
got
course,
We've
yeah,
got to
yeah.
have a final stopping point
Well,
before
I
you
thought-
branch off.
I thought if we stop in Preston for a Toby, we've got a nice big car park to sort of like
Oh, okay.
get all the bikes out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's what I
Preston.
thought. And then I
Yeah.
thought Preston is just above the motorway that you should
Yeah.
get off at to go to North Wales.
Yes, great idea.
Yeah.
Good idea. And
Happy
then
with that, Nobby?
we've got a destination
loving
at
it.
Preston Services, is that? Is it?
No.
I could take mine out and ride it,
Well, no, because then we'd have to put mine in there. So.
but no, but we could drive it, couldn't we? We get 3 people in there, couldn't we?
Yeah.
For Carlisle, it's like 40.
45, 50 mile. Right from here.
Oh. So we hatched a plan, whatever that means, to drop Steve and Michelle off at home because they only lived 6 miles away from the motorway services we were going to stop at Kendal anyway. So where did all this stock come from?
It's still blue. It's like a light blue in it. Yeah.
Huh? So that's just saying goodbye to Sarah and Ricky, Lloydie and Stu. They're going to try and make their way home. We're in between Liverpool and Manchester at the moment. But I've got to drive to Northern Wales now because this hire van's got to be back at Enterprise Van Hire at 8 o'clock on Monday morning. So I've now got to drive 130 miles, I think, through North Wales, and then kip in the van so that we can continue our journey on scooter tomorrow morning. I think it's about 280 miles or something on Monday morning, but mostly through the Welsh countryside, so that should be cool. And it looks like good weather as well, so hopefully I'll get some good footage. But I haven't got to get a move on at all, have I? Because I've got about 12 hours to go, 120 miles, so yeah, take my time. Shut up. Fuck's sakes. What? I fucking had my seatbelt in. Oh, I've got the handbrake on. Whoops. So that means that I've got to sleep in the van tonight in Bangor and wait for Enterprise Van Hire to open at 8 o'clock on Monday morning. But to be fair, I've slept in here for the last couple of nights. It's not actually that bad, apart from the seatbelt stems sticking in your kidney all night. And Glastonbury was on the radio, but it was the Prodigy, which isn't really conducive with going to sleep, really, is it? But moaning. Yeah, see, I told you it wasn't too bad sleeping in here. I've actually overslept, and things could be a lot worse. But excuse me while I just change my t-shirt. Whew. And undercrackers. And undercrackers. And then we can drop this van off and get going on the 266-mile journey home through the Welsh countryside. It's now Monday morning at 8 o'clock, by the way, so let's drop this off.
Turn left, then take the first left. For about 31 miles, continue straight on.
Yeah, just have to stop and basically let these brakes cool down, because they are effing hot. Like I had brake fade at that on that corner just down there. And I thought, oh, I better pull over and give them a little break. Shit, even the front ones are hot. Yeah, so I'll just stop for 10 minutes and let them cool down, and me, because it's effing hot today. That seemed like about 5 miles downwards, which is a little bit concerning, because that might, well, hoping it doesn't mean 5 miles up again at the same gradient, because I don't think the clutch is going to handle that. Any more? Right, this is probably my last fuel stop. Sun's going down, heat's gone out of the day, thank God. Yeah, I've only got about 60 miles to go, so probably do that on a tank. Good point, depending on what the roads are like. Possibly. We'll see. Anyway, I missed my tea, hence why I'm having dunk biscuits. Yeah, so this might be my last post, as it's probably going to be dark when I get home. well, I'll do an autopsy one maybe tomorrow at work, if I can be bothered. But yeah. What a sweet little ride this one was. If it wasn't for that small episode with the piston, this would have been an excellent scooter. There's nothing, nothing's come loose or fallen off, or the lights all work, the brakes still work, nothing's snapped. Really smooth, lovely little ride. It's a great little scooter. It would have been a superb trip up there, except for the hold piston. So yeah, that's a real shame. But I think we've clawed it back from the abyss, and I did manage to get a lot of miles underneath my belt. And today has been really, really nice day. So yeah. Probably see you in the workshop tomorrow. Right, so yeah, we got back last night, not until about midnight, because they closed the M4 and I had to go miles out of my way. Hence why I'm doing this now and not last night. So yeah, we got back that last little bit, we got back without any issue whatsoever. And like I was just saying in the last clip, did about 750 miles in the end, and what a great little ride this scooter is. Really comfortable, handled excellently, like just little things like really nice clutch action and gears. It's just turned out to be a really nice ride. Obviously, apart from the hold piston on the way there, but that really is my fault. That's all on me. Because, and I was talking to a couple of people about this at the rally. It's just basically down to lack of shakedown, isn't it? Because shakedowns prevent breakdowns. So if I'd have done like 200 or 400 miles before the rally, it would have ironed out all these little issues. But then does that make it less exciting if there's no jeopardy? does that make it less exciting as a video, that you know that I'm probably going to get to the rally and back without any issues? Or does that make it a better video that I potentially could break down and there's going to be problems? Does that make it more interesting or not? Anyway, I digress. Yeah, as I was saying, I, for some reason, feel real affinity with this scooter. I don't know what it is, but we all know that all old Lambrettas have souls and personalities. That's a fact. And I don't know, I just really clicked with this one. See, look at the Series 2, yeah, when I went to France. So that Series 2, that was pulled out of a garage after 45 years, and clearly it was like, really? I've like done my life, I'm retired now, I've been sitting in a garage for 45 years, I don't really want to be dragged out. I was quite happy chilling out there, thanks. You've brought me out, you've put a 200cc kit on me, and now you want to ride me 1,000 miles to France and back. Really? And yeah, it was like a grumpy old man that didn't really want to do it, but it was like, all right, come on then, let's go. Whereas this one's like, fucking yes, come on, let's go, let's have some adventures. Yeah, I just, like I said, this isn't the coolest scooter I own at all, and it's definitely not the rarest or the most sought after, but I just, for some reason, feel real affinity with this scooter. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame to end the series, but I guess I've taken it as far as I can. So, and it's finished as I envisaged it. So yeah, basically that's the end of this series, and I'll be back again in a couple of months with the conclusion to the Flying Plum series, where we try and get that going again, and do the Ride of Redemption to Waasland in Belgium. So it's goodbye from him, and it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. Right, hold on a minute, not quite finished yet. I've just got some loose ends to tie up, and some thanks to say as well. So I know what you're thinking. He's stolen that on the way to work at 4 o'clock this morning from the garage on Long Basingstoke Road, which is a very specific thing to think, actually. But no, I found it in my front garden one morning after a particularly heavy night out. Only joking. Some big boys did it and then they ran off. So anyway, yeah, thanks. When I'd once like to say thanks to everyone who bought me a drink on Saturday at Scotland, because I didn't buy a drink all of Saturday day and night. The first drink I bought on Saturday was last order, so that's you know, thank you, much appreciated. A little bit overwhelming actually, it's obviously never happened to me before, so yeah, that's brilliant, thank you, because it did actually turn out to be quite an expensive weekend, so that was cool. And also my mate Paul Late Again Loden designed and made these stickers for me that I asked him to do in a sort of, you know, alcohol themed style-y for the bar find, and I was going to hand them out to people that came up to me at Scotland, and I asked him to make me about 20, and he actually made me 100, and I've only got 15 left, so that means that about 83 people came up to me on Saturday and said hello and had a chat and stuff. So And yeah, I got a shitload of stickers in return. So cheers for that. And yeah, I'll probably stick them on my toolbox actually, because Barfind will probably be off to new pastures. So yeah, many thanks for those as well, Tar. And also, everyone who's done buy me a coffee, link at the top of the page, because there's flipping loads. So many, I've had to write a book. Right. I will be quick because it started to spit with rain and it smells a little bit of human urine in here as well. And book's a little bit wet, so I'm hoping that's the rain rather than the urine. So, yeah, people who super thanks and buy me a coffee. Hightown Pirates, loving your work. I was going to message you actually, but I forgot. Mitchell, FR21555 at comcast.net, weird name. Rowley, very generous mate. Top Gear Skin, Devi James, Dave Ackers, Throws and Thumbs. I think that's a couple of times you bought me a coffee. Dave Suwaki, Marco Polo, Paul Bevin, Paul D, popular name that, Sean, just Sean, Skinhead, Mike Allison, Barry Fitzgerald, Andy Ford, Ma, or it could be M.A., Bolcom Smith, Rad Golf F46, Jim R, Jim Hutton 11, Hendrik Hertzman, cool name dude, Crammy 1969, Derek Walton 6498, Roland Elsender 7427, weird name, Tom Redfern and EH74NQ. Yeah, like I say, much appreciated, and I do like a coffee in the morning. And don't forget to subscribe, because that really does help my ego to make more stuff. So anyway, yeah, till next time, mofos. How the fuck am I going to get out of this?